And welcome to Week Roundup. We're into grand final time for Division 2 and I'm with the producer Luke Hosey.
G'day mate, I had to come off the interchange bench.
Yeah, did come off the interchange bench. With both me and Knowlesy are part of the Woody West Torrens Footy Club. We've had an interesting 24 hours. So
big tribunal tonight.
It is 6:30 it starts, so in about a half an hour's time. We're taping this about 6 o'clock Monday night, so half hour they start. It's been a very interesting 24 hours, but it's just a bizarre situation to be. I know we're not here to talk about SANFL, but just one of those bizarre moments in time where you think, what happened? So after events
Big
occurred,
week.
then exactly, so watch this space and be very interesting. But anyway, grand final time, Division 2. St Peter's took on Brighton Bombers. Probably no surprises.
20 in zip, mate. Undefeated premiers. Best side I saw all year by miles. They would have played. They would have made the fight in Division 1.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they were outstanding.
Just you see the best players in Chenorden, Fotheringham, McKay, Valen Roberts. I mean, the brother Chenorden, they've just been the best players. Schultz all year. They've got this side just gelled so well together all the year, and they're ready for Division 1 now.
When you had a look at their forward line, you had the two McClay brothers. There was a Jock and the other brother, Jack, I think it is. They had big Chenorden all on the full forward line. Big Mitchell, who played a game at Carlton, he was a centre half forward, about 6'5" or 6. Jesse O'Brien, the medal winner, played at Brisbane. Then there's Fotheringham, and there was a lad that we saw, a really good player, Matt Ciliatis. He's a very good player. Big Jordan Lockwood in the ruck. Toby Schultz, centre half back. They also had Sam Roberts, who switch head defender but can go forward. It's just a super side. Nick McGill, the names just go on there, just a super side. And well done to St Peter's. 20 in zip, you can't argue with that.
No. Take nothing away from Brighton Bombers. I mean, we go through the scores. I mean, they were actually, the Brighton Bombers are up by 3 points at quarter time. They had a bit of a lapse in the second quarters, 4-7 St Peter's, 4-7-31 to 2-2-14. I thought, okay, half time maybe over. They've come back. It was 6-11-47 to 5-5-35. So there's only 7 points in at three-quarter time. So they probably gave themselves maybe a bit of a shot at St Peter's, but then of course 1 point after that didn't help the Brighton Bombers. St Peter's kicked away, probably a fitter, faster, meaner side.
5-2 in the final quarter, and put the foot down and see you later.
So end up winning by 7 goals nearly. So
43 points, great.
Right, so.
But for Brighton, they've come from the Southern League.
Yep.
Made the good move. They've left what can be described as a relatively average comp in terms of, it's really good at the high end. Sides like Flagstaff Hill and that go alright, but then you've got clubs right down at the other end of the spectrum who come in at Adelaide League in Division 7 this year with Marion and O'Sullivan's Beach. And
they've done very well winning and playing off the grand final.
Yeah, they're playing against their ability levels, which is really good. But Brighton have come into Division 3. They were premiers last year. They've come into Division 2, finished second, and now they're going to Division 1. So well done to Brighton. Do you want to go through the best players and goal kickers?
Yeah, absolutely. So got St Peter's was Chenorden, we just mentioned before, with 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matt Ciliatis.
There you go.
English with
Darcy, 2 goals. Fotheringham mentioned before, 2 goals. Individuals to McClay, Vulcan, Roberts, Chenorden and Colley. With best players Schultz, O'Brien, young Fotheringham, Roberts, Madiauskas and McGill.
Yeah, for Brighton, Boynton kicked 3, Draper and McCarthy were 2 singles, so making their 5. We had Boynton, Sperling, Lang, Carthy, Williams and Brookman were amongst their better players. So fantastic year. Well done to Joel Tucker, their coach, and the Brighton Footy Club, Kim Steer and all associated with Brighton. Fantastic year. 3 to 2 to 1. You can't ask much more than that.
It's exciting times. Brighton Bombers are not sure they've been in Division 1. They know they're in Amateur League. They decided to pull out and go down the Southern League. I'm not sure they've been in Div 1 before, but exciting times for them. And St Peter's, they've been in Div 1, of course. They were relegated a few years ago now. Both teams back in Division 1.
Straight back up again. They were in Div 1 last year, relegated. Recruited very, very smartly.
How good's that for a side though to do that? You get relegated to Div 2. Usually a lot of players leave and you get relegated.
Or they keep going.
That's right. They have consolidated. That's right. We're going to get back to Division 1. They've done exactly that. Recruited very well, and that's probably an example of what clubs need to do to don't just let it fall by the wayside. Build a team up again and get back in Division 1.
And one really good thing, and I know this goes back to the last year, is that St Peter's and their hierarchy went ahead and they reinstated or reappointed Chris Hall, their coach, even before the end of the season, because they knew he was the right man to lead lead them. They had a vote of confidence in the coach. That helps the playing group. Look what they've done this year, 20 and zip. So well done to Chris Hall. Everyone associated with St Peter's. There can be no arguments at 20 and zip, mate.
No, exactly right. So well done both sides in Division 1 next year, and we wish them all the best for next year.
And a big shout out too to Sacred Heart Old Collegians who won the Division 2 Reserves Premiership. They defeated Unley Mercedes Jets relatively comfortably, but well done to both sides. But yeah, well done to Sacred Heart who took out the minor flag in Division 2, and ALDI Nations, they collected the C2 Premiership, so yeah, well done.
Grand finals are grand finals, so indeed
most definitely. They're all there to celebrate, and they're all there to win.
Absolutely, and look, thank you for your support during the year, and we'll see you next year.
See you next year.